Close your eyes for a moment. Think of the world spinning right now, the traffic outside, the hum of your refrigerator, the silent thoughts racing through your mind. Have you ever wondered, from where does this world get its power? Not just electricity or fuel, but the deeper power, the force that makes a mother wake up at 3 a.m. to comfort a crying child, the force that makes a soldier share their last sip of water, the force that makes you forgive someone who doesn't deserve it. What keeps us alive and engaged with life, even when life is brutal? What makes us human? The answer, the sages say, is not in our brains, our muscles, or our bank accounts. It is in one thing: love. But not the love you see in movies, not the love that says, "I love you if you change," not the love that keeps score. The love I'm talking about is the raw, unbreakable current beneath all existence. Rumi, the great poet and mystic, put it simply: love is the water of life. Drink it, and you will never thirst again. Rumi once had a teacher, Shams of Tabriz. Their love was so intense that Rumi's students grew jealous. One day, a group of them murdered Shams. Rumi, instead of seeking revenge, searched for him everywhere, even in the alley where he was killed. When he finally understood Shams was gone, he did not become bitter. He danced, he wrote poetry. He said, "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They are in each other all along." What did Rumi mean? He meant that love is not a transaction, it is a state of being. Even physical love, affection between strangers, the bond between a mother and child, they are just different shades of the same sun. The only rule is that this love must have kindness and compassion. Love can never make anyone bitter. If it makes you bitter, it was not love, it was attachment, control, or fear. Example from life. Think of a mother and her teenager. The teenager shouts, slams doors, makes terrible choices. A conditional love says, "Change first, then I will love you." Unconditional love says, "I see you are hurting. Your habit may be wrong, but you are not wrong. I will hold the space for you to grow." That mother doesn't separate the good side from the bad side of her child. She loves the whole coin, heads and tails. The Buddha walked a different path, but he arrived at the same door. He taught metta, loving kindness, not clinging, not possession, pure radiance. The Buddha said, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal law." Where Rumi dances, the Buddha sits still, but both agree. Love is acceptance without discrimination. Love does not say, "I will love you only if you are a deer and not a lion." In the forest of love, deers and lions live together. The deer knows the lion hunts, but the deer does not spend its life cursing the lion. It simply stays alert, lives moment to moment, and moves on. When a tree falls in a storm, the forest does not blame the rain. It accepts that falling is part of growing. Example from life. You have a colleague who is arrogant. Every day they take credit for your work. Conditional love says, "I will be nice only when they apologize." But the Buddha's love, Rumi's love, says, "This person is acting from their own pain. I do not have to be their friend, but I will not poison my own heart with malice. I will set boundaries without hate." That is love, not weakness, strength. Now let's go to the smallest, most ordinary miracle, the bond between a mother and a child. Why is that the purest example? Because a newborn does nothing to earn love. It cannot say thank you. It cannot pay back. Yet the mother gives everything: sleep, body, time, and the child, in return, gives only its presence. That presence is enough. That is love without business, no expectations, no contracts. Rumi would say, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." A mother who wakes up 10 times a night is not managing her baby, she is being love. A child who later holds her aging hand and feeds her, that is not obligation, that is the same love, just older. Example from life. Imagine an old father with dementia. He no longer remembers his son's name. He gets angry, confused. A businesslike love would say, "This is useless, he gives nothing back." But real love says, "I accept you exactly as you are. I do not ask you to remember me. I will remember for both of us." That is the forest harboring the lion and the deer. That is love seeing the whole person. So, what is the power that keeps the world alive? It is not money, not logic, not force. It is love. Love that does not control. Love that does not separate qualities into good and bad. Love that knows habit can be wrong, but the person never is.